Hi, I am H2. This channel shows what's happening in Japan based on the fact. Some neighbor countries try to give lots of propaganda to disregard Japan or to keep their regime based on full of their imagination. I showed previously about South Korea. They keep begging money to Japan for so-called forced labor during wartime based on their fantasy. The photograph they educate in the schools, who they teach as Korean forced labor by Japan, was made clear that it was Japanese boy who was working in Hokkaido, northern Japan. Lots of South Koreans still believe he was Korean and make up fantasy that they were forced to work by evil Japanese based on that fake information. Recently South Korean government admitted it was Japanese, so they would mask the photo in the textbook manually from this April and continued anti-Japan education. No proof but continue anti-Japan education. I also suspect if they mask the photo actually. Another one in museum in Korea to show so-called Korean forced labor was revealed as fake. It was taken by Japanese photographer who framed men diligently work in the mine. That photo was used in Korean fantasy cinema as well to show or educate Japanese as evil. The photographer says that his photo was used without any asking or approval by him. First of all, Japan and Korea made agreement on 1962 to finish all claiming to establish diplomatic relations. Since South Korea was monster claimer, Japan agreed to pay huge money including compensation for such Korean domestic claimers, even there did not exist most of their stories, and it was supposed to be handled by South Korean government. But they did not, instead they used money for other purposes. Since their education is based on such fantasies, their cultural standard and literacy are totally different from world standard. For Korea and China, history should be their ideal imagination to keep their regime and make enemies to outside their countries to hide any of their failures. In spite of these facts, what they learned in the school was based on fake photographs and fantasies. They keep begging money by filing lawsuits against Japanese enterprises in South Korea. It is really high country risk to run business in South Korea, one of them determined to retrieve and close South Korean branch. Many of them will follow one after another, as nearly 250 Japanese companies are targeted, and some of them were seized their assets. As we cannot choose the neighbors, we have no option but going along with these issues. Hopefully we cut the tie and ally for each other. Thanks for watching the video. I have lots of topics to show you, based on the truth. See you next time.